So, as I was choosing music today, I thought this would be the perfect New Year's song today. From Daniel Nahmod. Bring it on, everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for the next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through crying, I'm through waiting, I'm through hoping against all hope. I'm through longing for something gone that'll never return. I think I finally learned, bring it on, everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through grieving, I'm through dreaming that the life I had is ever coming back. No more wishing on someone else's star that'll never be mine. I think it's time to ring it on, everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I've survived many times before, broken hearts and slamming doors. I'll be alright, yes I will once more, just as I did back then. I'm gonna rise again, bring it on, everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for the next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. Sing it with me now if you know the words. Bring it on, everything new, different, everything different, true, everything true. I am ready, I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. Thank you. Love that song. Let's all stand together and we'll affirm what we know to be true. God is good and all is well. Morning beyond compare, I feel God's love
Welcome. Happy New Year. Welcome to Unity of Bonaire, where we live and express unconditional love and grow together in peace and prosperity. My name is Reverend Patty, and it is my joy to serve as the senior minister with all these assistant ministers helping out. It's so great to have a community where each one of us takes responsibility for showing up as love and acceptance. Whether this is your first time or your 100th time here, either in person or online, we are grateful for your presence as we share this special time together. We have come here as part of love's divine purpose that calls each of us forth to celebrate the connection we share through the holy presence within and all around us that we call God. And in this spirit of community, we unfold in light and love all spiritual and religious gatherings and all people everywhere. We want to especially welcome any of you who are here for the first time. If that's true for you, please raise your hand and you will get a welcome packet from Bernard. And we invite you to join us for fellowship coffee following the service. And if you are with us online, be sure to visit our website at unitybonaire.org to find out all the different activities that are happening here. Let's see. So I don't know if everybody, it's a cultural thing kind of to make New Year's resolutions. And so I have a joke related to that. So one of my Unity minister friends told me this. It's wonderful. So here's a friend standing, sobbing, her heart out. Their eyes are swollen. The nose is red. She says, I can't see you anymore. I am not going to let you hurt me like this again. And the trainer says, it was one sit-up. One sit-up. So I'm going to invite us to breathe into moving into our opening prayer. And we were just talking in our prayers for peace about how calming the breath is. So let's breathe in 3 times. Let's breathe in to the count of 4, hold for 4, and release for 4. Feel how that stills our mind. Continue to relax. We let our shoulders drop, our muscles relax. We just come into the quiet of our heart space. We will wait and listen for your voice this day. We'll allow ourselves the gift, centering into the truth of who we are. And again, we remember that this body is only a temporary thing, that we are this eternal, ever-present, ever-living spiritual entity that does all this for us. It lives and breathes and animates, gives us messages of love. Let ourselves sink into that for a moment. Love's presence. And as we do this, we create this incredible circle of love in this room of where you're sitting in your home. Allow ourselves the experience of that deep peace. And into this circle, we bring all those whose names are in our prayer box, all our new letters to God that have been added in there, all those in our community who are dealing with special circumstances. And if you have anyone in your circle of friends that you would like to add, you may say that name out loud or silently right now. We see for these beloved ones the truth of their being, that within their very being is the same divine light shining. We remember Jesus' words, "It is the Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. There is nothing that is withheld from us, those we love." See all their needs being met. See their consciousness at peace. See them filled with the light of Christ. We are so very grateful. We continue enfolding in the circle then those who are far beyond this room, all those in political positions within the boundaries of our country and beyond that within other countries of the world. These ones who are in positions to serve, their hearts are touched and led by this one power. We see for different hot spots in our world where there is war and loss, struggle, hold them in the light. For those whose lives have been upturned by natural disasters of all different kinds, especially these last couple storms that have really been devastating, hold their lives in this light. We think of the blessing of Mother Earth to us, her beauty, the abundance, bodies of water, the oceans, all our trees, fresh air, the clouds, these amazing gifts. Just hold Mother Earth in love and reverence, gratitude. Now we think of our children of the world, children that are back in our Sunday school area, children around the world that carry for us this innocence, this love, this joy that we can see shining in their faces. We see for them a world that helps them to thrive, that honors the gift of who they are, and we bless each one of them. Now we take another deep breath in. Allow gratitude to well up within us for the gifts within our lives. Name a couple of them to ourselves. Our vibration to go higher and higher. Give thanks for this new year that is unfolding before us. We give thanks for all the lessons we've learned in the previous year. We set our hearts and our intentions. becoming the most full expression of Christ that we can be. We close with our usual prayer, which is saying, I am grateful 3 times together. I am grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. And so it is. Have our statement of truth? Yes. Please affirm with me that which we believe. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God, the omnipotent good. Wonderful music coming.
And we'll sing together. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing joy today. I'm choosing joy today. Walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing joy today. I choose compassion today. I choose compassion today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing compassion today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today.
Good morning. Good morning. And Happy New Year and welcome to 2025. Tomorrow, based on the weather, I think the office will be closed, right, Patty? So you can still call and somebody will get back with you. If you have not done so already, tomorrow is the last night to enjoy the lights. The lights come on at dusk and stay until 9:30 p.m. So come by and enjoy the sparkle one last time, even in the snow tonight. And soon we'll be seeking love and action volunteers to help us take the lights down and put them away until next year. So stay tuned for us to be getting something out by email, Facebook, or something to say, can you help us? We might do it next Saturday, we might not, we might wait till it's warmer, so stay prepared. Our prayer chaplain program is an essential part of our community here at UCBA, and Susan's here to talk a little bit about the 2025 opportunities.
Good morning, everybody. So a lot of you are new to Unity or even visiting today and may not know that every year we start a new chaplain year in May. And so we're in that process right now, gearing up for chaplain training and getting new chaplains on board. We may have some existing chaplains who step down. And so I thought Whitestone Sunday is a great day to start talking about that, maybe something that's coming to you today with your Whitestone, that becoming a prayer chaplain could help you on that journey or on that path. You never know. I would really recommend you not rule yourself out just because of experience or knowledge. When Howard and I first came here in 2005, one of our first Sundays here, Reverend Joyce was announcing that we were going to have prayer chaplain training, and I didn't think a thing of it, but I went home and it kept talking to me. And I have to tell you that we were not in any other church prior to then for a long time. I wouldn't call us religious. And probably the most frequent prayer I prayed up until then was when our kids were young, God is great, God is good, that was about it. And that actually evolved into amen, dig in. So, I wasn't really praying a lot. And so, but it kept bugging me. And so I went to the training feeling very, Zita trained me back then. And I felt, like I can't do this. I learned a lot those days of training. I learned a lot about my intention was to help support people and to be able to do that with them. I can't say I was great at praying, but I loved learning about affirmative prayer and lifting people up and reminding them of how powerful they are, and that's really all we do as prayer chaplains. So don't rule yourself out. We have a great training program. There are dates that are set, and 1 month from now, February 2nd, sometime during fellowship, if you're interested in just knowing more about it, I have a handout with dates and what the commitment is. You see us here on Sundays, but we also make calls or contacts to people to offer them prayer as well. So please don't rule it out. Come see me anytime if you have questions, but think about February 2nd, maybe just learning more about at least what our chaplains do, and a spark may just light up in you as well. So thank you.
Today is Undecorating Day. Once the service is over today, and after allowing about 20 to 30 minutes for coffee and fellowship time, we're seeking helpers to get the decorations from the 4 trees, the foyer, the hallway, and the fellowship hall. So see Susan and she'll give you an assignment. Here or somewhere. The remembrance tree will be taken down today. If you would like to take your ornament from the tree, please do so immediately after the service. Otherwise, they will be burned as we lovingly release them. Removing the poinsettias today is part of the cleanup today. There are 20 of them, and they're between here and the hallway. If you would like to take one, please help yourself. We want to keep the plastic water dishes under them to use next year, but we have these to put underneath so you can get them home. So please, we'll be handing those out. There's movie night on January the 10th. That is next Friday. It's called Becoming Nobody. It is a documentary offered a comprehensive portrait of the life of Ram Dass, and it's featuring James Cato as director and producer and interviewer. So if you're interested, next Friday night at 7 o'clock here at the church. We're doing amazing things here at UBA, so keep us following us on Facebook and e-news, and look for emails about the lights coming down. And now the daily word. Today's word is strength. If I identify solely with my human nature, I may feel daunted by my cares and duties and by the state of the world itself. When I feel small or ill-equipped to face troubling situations or uncertain circumstances, I remind myself I am never without the power of divine strength within me. The awesome strength of God is inexhaustible and without limitations. Anything I may be called to face is no match for divine strength. As I grow in spiritual understanding, I realize I need not pray for God's help. Indeed, I claim the strength of God as an aspect of my divine identity. I affirm, divine strength is mine. I am strong in spirit. So affirm with me, divine strength is mine. I am strong in spirit. As these words grow in my consciousness, I feel better able to keep life's struggle in perspective and remember I am strong in God. And from the Old Testament, Habakkuk, the scripture is, God, the Lord, is my strength. Thank you very much, and we love you here at UVA. Back to music.
Howard, you want to do that?
Oh, I'm sorry. So the affirmation today is God's strength is my strength. So 3 times with me, please. God's strength is my strength. God's strength is my strength. God's strength is my strength. And now for music.
Thank you, Howard. If I just show up, be open to surprise, there could be miracles right before my eyes. If I let go, something better might appear. Who knows what will happen when joy replaces fear? When I dare to be all that I'm meant to be, like a shooting star across the sky, limited and free, I shine my light, turn darkness into light. When I dare to be brave, I trust in who I am, be bold and take a shot. Who knows what will happen when I give it all I got? Even when I'm scared, I'll step into the ring. I got so much to offer with these gifts that I can bring. When I dare to be all that I'm meant to be, like a shooting star across the sky, unstoppable and free, I shine my light, turn darkness into light. When I dare to be brave, I've wasted too much time, but now I'm ready to take the chance and claim what could be mine. Yeah. The path is free and clear, there's nothing in my way. I listen to my heart and not what other people say. I'm gonna take that leap. I've never felt so strong. Might not do it perfectly, but I'm right where I belong. When I dare to be all that I'm meant to be, like a shooting star across the sky, unstoppable and free, I'll shine darkness into light. When I dare to be brave.
Thank you all. Such great music to be setting the tone for what we're doing today, which is our yearly ritual of the white stone. So welcome to 2025 as we gather around to listen for spirits leading us. If you're new to Unity, the white stone ceremony is a spiritual ritual that helps people discover their divine potential and express one's soul calling. And I'm going to go into more detail as we get down into the meditation time. So last Sunday, we did another yearly ritual, which was releasing with the burning bowl and then creating intentions with our letters to God. So today, we're just continuing doing that to create our reality by the thoughts we hold in mind, by the emotions we feel, and the actions we take. And having a word written on a white stone, you can place it somewhere in your home or your office where you get to see it regularly and keep bringing it back into your mind, because the thing that we give our energy to increases. So we are very aware in Unity that our lives begin within our consciousness. So today's talk time is dedicated to creating connection and support within our church family. From time to time on White Stone Sunday, Reverend Joyce would invite individuals to share a vision they were holding for their year and that they would like the church to hold with them. So this is my first time of creating this particular thing. And I'm looking forward to us holding these dreams together and watching Spirit at work. So I extended this invitation to share several weeks ago in e-news, and no one responded. So I asked Spirit, well, who should I personally invite? And so Judith, Jody, and Lawrence said yes to sharing today. And each person is going to have up to 4 minutes to share a vision and invite you into that vision. So for all of us sitting in the congregation, I'm going to invite you to settle in with your hearts and your ears wide open, ready to listen and affirm each person's creativity and heart's desire. I'm going to speak in affirmation and invite you to repeat it so we set the stage for these folks coming up to share. So I'm going to say it one time, then we'll say it together. We are creating sacred space for your heart's desires to unfold in magnificent divine order. Together. We are creating sacred space for your heart's desire to unfold in magnificent divine order. So let's get, so Jody is running live stream, so we're going to let her be our first one. Then we'll have Judith and then Lawrence. Going to come and speak from up here into the microphone. So let's give a welcome for Jody to start us off.
So normally I really like speaking, but this is very nerve-wracking. So I'm going to breathe, and we're all going to get through this together. My name is Jody Smith, and I have been here more than 14 years at Unity of Bonaire, which is hard to believe. And it's just the most wonderful place. I've served on the board facilitating the Women of Unity, in the back working the AV like I am today, and as a leader of our YOU, which is a Youth of Unity, which was our high school group. Just to name a few things, I try to get as involved as I can. Some of you may know me as Rama's mom or Rama's mama, and the youth used to know me as Mama Limax. And I go by all of those. So when Patty asked me if I wanted to get up today and get support from all of you, my first thought is I don't want people to feel bad for me or become more aware of a physical illness I've been experiencing, because I'm trying and often failing to not focus on it. But I gave it a bit of thought, and I told Patty I needed a few days to think, and I thought about it, and I decided that I have something to say, and I have a request for all of you. Some of you may know that I've been on a 14-month diagnostic journey that began with an ER visit for chest and jaw pain in November, Thanksgiving weekend of 2023. And unfortunately, despite 6 tests showing things were not normal, I was sent home as fine because 1 test was normal. And in the past 14 months, I've been told I'm fine, not believed by some healthcare professionals, been told I need to just exercise more, which I couldn't even do because of trouble breathing, eat better, and reduce stress in my life. Right. Good luck with that. However, I knew the whole time something was really wrong with me. And I had to advocate again and again and again for tests that I needed. I would wait for months for tests because I wasn't taken seriously. All the while, I was getting worse and worse. During this time, I've experienced breathing and heart problems. I've had many test procedures and even an urgent surgery to put in a device in my chest to keep my heart going once they finally realized how serious this was. So I'm a bionic woman now, and I'm well-paced, so you don't have to worry. And I finally, as of a few days ago, last week, have a physical diagnosis and a treatment plan. And some very, really bad things were ruled out, so I'm glad about that. And what I have is not curable today. It will be at some point, but hopefully it's treatable. So the plan is not what I would have wanted for myself, but I'm so grateful that there is one at all. And I'm really hoping everything goes okay with minimal side effects. And I know many of you have prayed for me, supported me, brought me meals, and I'm so thankful for that. And I know because we're in unity that you guys already see me as healed and whole. We know that. We know that that is the essence of who I am, and that's what we do at Unity. And I thought, well, I could get up here today and ask to be healed for this white stone physical healing anyway, but I'm not going to do that. For one reason, is I don't know that physical healing is for my highest good. None of us know that. Something is in the works for me, but it may not be that. I hope it is. I would love to be physically healed, but it may not be. And I don't want to make physical healing a marker of my success living with this condition. I know one of our Unity founders, Myrtle Fillmore, who was given 6 months to live after being ill most of her life with tuberculosis, claimed that she was a child of God and did not inherit illness, and I believe that of myself as well. She developed a consciousness that recognized the perfect working of her body and did not allow other thoughts any power over her. And she physically healed. Many have followed in her path and experienced physical healing too, which is wonderful. And while this is an inspiring story and clearly demonstrates the power of thought, there are many who do the same, yet their physical bodies do not heal, and some don't survive. I don't believe in any way this is a failing on their part, or anything is wrong with them, or they did it wrong, or anything like that. And I do believe there can be great spiritual and emotional healing without physical healing. There are also people who are filled with anger and resentment. They're in that low vibration that we talk about, that low consciousness, and yet they do heal. They do experience physical healing. And no one knows why this is. It's simply one of the great mysteries of being human. We're here on this earth as human beings, and I think it's far better to be in the Myrtle mindset so long as we don't have a strong attachment to physical outcomes. Our outcomes may be different than we expected or maybe even wanted. We may or may not experience healing in our human bodies, and if we don't, it's not a reflection on us. So where does that leave me for Whitestone? What could I bring in and ask you to support me with in 2025? There are going to be two things that I'll ask for this year. One is something that Reverend Alva named in her service on the Winter Garden, and you can go back and watch that. It's well worth it. And it's hope. It's not the false positive or denying what is kind of hope, but knowing that underneath the gray, cold, barren surface, there is still something working. Knowing that we are not abandoned when the earth is barren, hard, and cold. Spirit is there, active in and through us. Some of us like to say, and you can join me if you want to, God is with me all the time. The other thing I ask you to see for me is life. We are beings made of energy, and energy can change form, but it lives on. I believe there is something new underneath just waiting to emerge. My sister sent me a reading that says, there are sacred seasons just as there are natural seasons, and you are about to cross the unseen threshold into days when life begins to stir beneath the surface. The seeds of hope are within you. There is a new awakening, a new energy, a new strength, and a new life I want to carry into 2025 when it is ready to surface in me. It is the substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not seen, as in Hebrews 11:1. I've learned that when we experience physical illness, our mental and emotional health can suffer, and I have been suffering some with that. I know many of you understand this. We can feel like our spiritual lives are affected too. We can get caught up in despair and feeling like a victim. We can feel angry and resentful. We may want our lives back, and these are all normal feelings. But there is no longer a back. Our lives are forever changed, and we can look around and see all that stinks about the situation, and I suggest that we do that from time to time without staying there, or we can focus on what can emerge from it without denying what is. Hope can see beyond appearances of lack, harshness, and nothingness, and we know that it is not all there is. In Jeremiah 29:11, God says, "For surely I know the plans I have for you, plans for your welfare and not for harm, to give you a future with hope." There have been many times in this journey where I've wanted to give up, to give in, to quit trying, where I didn't really see a way forward. So I ask you all to see hope and life for me in 2025. I also ask you to see this for each other and for yourselves as you are faced with your own winter gardens.
I'm going to grab my phone while I'm up. And now Judith is coming up. What?
Good morning. Can you hear me now? Okay, so good to be here this morning. Reverend Patty invited me to speak to you this morning about the memoir I am writing. I've been a writer all my life. Several people have wanted me to write a book, but it just wasn't my time. So now I'm retired. I have major chunks of time that I can devote to writing. So I decided to take this on. There are approximately 4 million books published every year in the United States. So why should I publish another one? Because in sharing my spiritual journey of transformation from a suffering and fragmented self to a healing and thriving, joy-filled self, I want to give my readers hope that they too can survive and thrive if they're willing to do the work of letting go of the past and transporting themselves from focusing on there and then and focusing on here and now. My goal is to reach my targeted readers, who are those men, women, and trans persons who are still suffering from the impacts on their minds, bodies, emotions, and spirits as a result of being forced to be a victim of the crime of child sexual abuse committed against them when they were children, a crime covered in secrecy, silence, and shame. I have to turn the page. Life gives us challenges before it gives us rewards, and there are rewards waiting for my readers that include the 12 promises in the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. And they begin with these words: you're going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. You will not regret the past, nor wish to shut the door on it. You will comprehend the word serenity, and you will know peace. And no matter how far down the scale you have gone, you will see how your experience can benefit others. My memoir's working title is From Fractured to Freedom: 7 Strategies for Thriving After Child Sexual Abuse. And to help me through the process of writing, publishing, and promoting my memoir are 2 VIPs. First, my fairy godmother, Sylvia Clute, a legal pioneer and visionary who left the practice of law after 28 years as a trial attorney to pursue her vision of a different kind of justice than we have one now, based on love, which she illuminates in her recently published work, Bending the Arc of Justice Toward Love. And I brought a copy of it here. I want to hold it up so you can see it. And if anybody's interested after in the fellowship hall, you're welcome to take a look. I hope each one of you will go out today and order a copy of it and buy it. She hasn't had time to market her book, so I'm doing it for her. The book is available on Amazon, and in her book, Sylvia introduces a revolutionary idea of a justice system that she has envisioned, of a justice system that achieves justice without seeking retribution or inflicting revenge, and a justice system she calls unitive justice. My other VIP and newfound friend is Rick Juarez, also a visionary and entrepreneur. I just met him this past October. As the founder and director of the nonprofit Dear Future, Inc., Rick has dedicated his life in the service of vulnerable children in remote and rural areas in Peru and Uganda. Rick is the one who suggested I write a book, and he even volunteered to help me as my accountability coach. So how can I pass up an offer like that? I plan to hold my launch party in our fellowship hall, and you're all invited. I've been writing all my life, as I've said, but never I thought I'd write a book until Rick suggested I write one, because he said you write with passion. And so in the days and weeks and months ahead, I hope each of you will send me positive vibes my way. Every child deserves to be free from child sexual abuse. Thank you. to say one thing, and that is Dr. Basil Vanderklark, who is the expert in child sexual abuse, has written in his book that most people don't want to know about child abuse, and especially they don't want to know about the prevalence of it in the United States. But in case some of you are interested, I'll leave this pad in the fellowship hall, and you can write your name and your email address, and I'll send you the full speech that I intended to write, which includes a lot of the statistics. So you're welcome to have a go at that if you're interested. Thanks a lot.
Unity. My name is Lawrence, and I'm a relatively new member of this congregation. I just got here in January, and I was led here by a vision, and I shared the vision with Patty and a few others when I first came. And the vision had to do with something that happened through me over 50 years ago. And talk about staying power. I'm here. And thank you for mentioning unitive justice, because one of the people I met when I first came here was Sylvia Clute, and I became very directly involved with facilitating a mastermind group based on unitive justice development. I'm here because I'm also writing a book that you mentioned that I've been kicking down the road for years. And I decided once and for all it was important that I complete the book because it was essential to my personal transformation. And I'm now just about ready to get it published. And I must say that it was and continues to be one of the most profound experiences of my life, because I'd been able to recount so much of what happened to me early in my awakening, and I recorded it in sketch form as to how I was experiencing things, and I was able to record things that go beyond words. It's like music or an art as an art form. It goes into the nuances of consciousness and provocative exploration on an odyssey. And that profound journey has many treasures. Well, one of the treasures I wanted to share in that regard is that on October 11th, 1978, I went to Egypt with some friends, and something prompted me to climb the pyramid to the very top. And I did so in shoes much like this, smooth bottom, a reckless thing to do. But every step I took going up was a step in presence. It had nothing to do with trying, had nothing to do just with strength or endurance. It had to do with presence and being totally willful about fulfilling my purpose, and I didn't fully understand it, but I was willing to go with it. When I got to the very top, I recognized that it was not just being on the top that was great, but getting there was extremely important. And when I did get there, I prayed for world peace. And I recognized that I wasn't finished, that indeed I needed to come back down again. And coming down is the hardest part, because you're going backwards. And if you fall down all the way. It would be your last step. If you fall going up, you fall into the pyramid and you could recoup, perhaps. But I recognized that the gift was that I recognized it was my presence and the fact that I had come to the development of a perspective that was elevated by my experience of being totally present. And that I would be able to carry that gift with me in the decisions I made and actions I would take in making this a better world. And it was also, to me, the date when I had an awakening exactly 3 years to the day prior to that, in which I received the vision for the spiritual retreat center called Morning Star. And it was on that date that I joined with a group of people in San Francisco for a dinner. And we were about to just say a silent prayer. They were doing transcendental meditation. And I felt a presence in the room. And it had a golden aura about it. And as I was sitting there in quiet, I felt this column of light come into my crown chakra. And I immediately felt for a pen and paper because I felt this is really going to be something. This is significant. I had no experience with this before, but I trusted it and I knew it. And I sketched out something on a little piece of paper that turned out to be just like a plan for something. And I looked at it and thought, in 2 minutes it was manifested. This is powerful. I brought a booklet that has that in there. I'll be glad to share it with you, anyone who's interested. But I was asking, what is this for? It looks like a plan for a temple. Because it was powerful and it was very intentional. And I got just an intuitive reminder. You remember Morning Star Retreat at Mount Shasta? Because I said, yeah. I had been contacted by someone 2 weeks earlier who said, we don't know who you are, but we feel that you're the architect we're looking for to design this spiritual retreat center called Morning Star. It'll be for the advancement of human potential, body, mind, and spirit. I said, it sounds perfectly logical to me. I'd had a dream about it 2 weeks ago. And indeed, my life has been guided by that design. And I have gone into exact application of sacred geometry and eco-intelligent design to comprehend an environment that would nurture the advancement of human potential, that would create the kind of support system that would stimulate our awareness of those things that we are just on the verge of recognizing. As I was saying, beyond the words. Okay, thank you. So what I would like you to share with me is the opportunity for this center to be manifest here in the Richmond area. I was guided to come here for that reason. And I would greatly appreciate the support of your thoughts and aspirations to join with me and others who are joining our group to bring it forth, several of whom are here today. So thank you very much.
Funny, can you hear me? So we have heard how Spirit has spoken to these three. And we see them blessed beyond measure as they walk their path this year. But the truth is, Spirit is whispering to each person sitting here or at home. The power of the Spirit is to nudge us into ever-expanding consciousness and experiencing the one presence in many diverse ways. So as we move into our time of meditation, we will honor this divine guidance in every person. We are spiritual beings created for joy, to share our gifts, and to make a difference through our love. So may we tune into these possibilities. Now, it could be that nothing comes to you during the time when we go into silence, but that's okay. Take your stone home and allow yourself some more time to be in the quiet. Spirit is ever at work in our lives and will share direction at the appropriate moment. Do not let that cause you anxiety. So I'm going to invite Claudia to come up and set the stage with music for us to go into our special time. Oh, yes. Laprelle has stones. If you need, raise your hand if you need one.
Spread your wings and fly. You belong to the sky. Many wonders lie waiting within your mind's eye. And as you believe, you will receive. As you believe, you will receive. As you believe. With great clarity, claim your destiny. Beyond all the boundaries lies possibility. And as you believe, you will receive. Just believe, and you will receive. As you believe. As you believe.
Thank you all. So you have your white stone in your hand and your pencil. Your white stone symbolizes a clean slate. It represents purity, new beginnings, and the ability to shed old patterns and limitations. So we are invited to write a new name or word on it, representing a new identity or focus for this year, signify a fresh start and the connection with your inner spirit. This ritual draws its inspiration from the ancient practice of Romans giving white stones to released prisoners, sign of their freedom. It's also based on the reference in Revelation 2:17 about receiving a white stone with a new name written on it that is only known to the recipient. So you're encouraged to reflect on your desire and aspirations for the year ahead while listening for this new name, word, or phrase right on your stone. As we listen, we foster a deep connection with the inner self and divine guidance. And the word you receive may at first not even have meaning. Nonetheless, trust your intuition. Live with that word as if you were living with a question. Open to more revelation. We are made of stardust, and we are the energy of love. Listen to love's voice. Your word is particular to you in the combination of gifts that you bring to this planet. Allow yourself to feel the wonder and magnificence of your being. There are no limitations for those who are connected. Push past the I don't know how this is possible to the saying with God, all things are possible. Sit in the mystery of invisible hands, preparing the way for your heart's desires. Later, you may choose to keep this private or to share it. That choice is yours. After you write your word, continue to sit quietly. I will invite us to come back together. Let's start with just a nice deep breath. Moving down, centering into your heart space. Diving deep into love's presence. Self supported by the light of the clouds. Spirit is always on time. Love is the truth. Love is leading all of this. All right, we've got one usher. Want to gather your tithes or offerings in your hands as we pray our blessing. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, for the joy of giving.
Wow, I always like the White Stone ceremony because so many things have happened for me with the White Stone ceremony. I didn't want to miss today, even though I woke up with a bit of a sore throat. And now I'm realizing I can't sing. I really can't sing this last song, which is fine. I'll go home and rest and watch the snow. Lucy, can you play something with Julie? Just pick a song. My requests are that they're joyful. Just play something joyful and happy, like Linus and Lucy. Okay. Oh, thank you. It's weird. I kind of like it because it's when I lose my voice, it's like I have a different voice to play with. I feel like Mavis Staples up here just trying to sing. Can you play something? Oh, okay, all right. Play. Okay. I'm gonna try and talk through it. Over the horizon, as far as I can see, there's a wonderful world waiting, full of possibility. I'm ready and I'm right on track. Nothing's gonna hold me back. I am limitless. I am limitless. Oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. I am limitless. Sorry, one more. But this much I know, I will make a difference whatever road I go. I'm willing and I'm right on track, yeah. And nothing's gonna hold me back. I am, thank you ladies, limitless.
Come on.
I am limitless. All right, this is your part. How do we know this? Oh, 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 oh.
Come on.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 I am limitless. One more time, Big Hollywood. Oh, 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 I am limitless. Thank you, Zita. Wash your hands.
Offerings are up here. Let's bless them. We are so grateful for these gifts. We know that the gift and the giver are one. We're going to send them out into the world to serve with joy, with gratitude, hope, faith rise up in people's lives throughout here in Richmond, beyond Richmond, and in the world. Please close with me. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. Now I'd like to acknowledge our prayer chaplains, so let's have them stand. Oh, we got lots of folks for you to gather together with at the end of the service and have them hold for you miracles unfold. But you also always have the option of putting things in the box. And we're going to acknowledge all those who made our service happen in today, beginning with our greeters and counters, with Marcy and Safari, with the men have been in the fellowship hall getting goodies ready for us, our ushers and gushers, Howard, and we had Jody and Judy and Lawrence, our magnificent music team, and we had Shari and Jody in the back. So we will do our blessing when the children come in for everyone. Okay, we're ready?
Well, we had a busy morning. We did our own white stone ceremony, and the kids have their stones that they're going to take home with them, setting their intention for the year. And I learned something, a very good lesson: practice your craft before you bring it to class. We spent most of the time trying to figure out how to make our fortune teller and everything, but they did it, they mastered it, and they're going to take some home. So thank you. Thank you, Bernadette.
So thank you to Janet and Bernadette for stepping in today. And let's do our blessing. Friends, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold Christ you are, and we see you doing amazing things. And let's stand for our closing. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is